Question 7a. The integration of this polynomial. Okay. Okay. Notice that the integration of like x to the power of n. Okay, it's fine. We can just do this. First part, what's the integration of 5? So what function's derivative is 5, right? 5x's derivative is 5. So the first part, the integration of 5 is 5x. So what function's derivative is x, right? Half x squared's derivative is x, right? So overall, the second part, it should be negative 1 over 4 x squared, right? And what function's derivative is x to the power of negative 2? It should be x to the power of negative 1 times negative 1. Right? So overall, this part, the integration should be minus x to the power minus 3x to the power of negative 1. Okay, next part, a little bit tricky. What function's derivative is x to the power of negative 1? Right? It should be lowering absolute value of x. Okay, it should be lowering absolute value of x. So this part, it is minus lowering absolute value of x. Okay, and it's a definite integration, so from 1 to 3. Then we just sub in okay, so you can align these two parts so it's easier to subtract. Okay, now you see this minus this. Sorry, this part should be plus, right? Okay, I should do this. So first, this part minus this part, it is 5 times 2, right? It's minus 10. Then, right, you're using actually this part minus this part, because here it's a positive sign, here it's a negative sign. So, right, it's just some algebra. Okay, this part is 1 over 4. This part is 1 over 4. This part is 9 over 4. So 1 over 4 minus 9 over 4, it should be negative 2. Right? Yeah. This part is minus 1. Right? Minus 1 plus 3. So overall, it should be plus 2. And this part lowering 1 is 0. So it's just minus lowering 3. Okay, so it's 10 minus lowering 3. Okay. Part B, it's the integration of x squared minus 2x plus 3 dx. So x squared, what's the integration? It should be x cubed times 1 over 3, right? 2x, the integration should be x squared. And 3, the integration is 3x from negative 1 to 1. Okay, then subbing okay. So it is 1 over 3 minus 1 plus 3 minus, right, minus 1 over 3 minus 1 minus 3. It's going to be 2 over 3 plus 6, right? So it's going to be 20 over 6. 20 over 3. 20 over 3. Okay. Next part, part C. It's the integration of square root of x plus 1 over square root of x. Okay, for this kind of integration, I suggest you change it to x to the power of half plus x to the power of negative half, because it's much easier to do the calculation in this way. So then x to the power of half, the integration, it is x to the power of 3 over 2 times 2 over 3. Right? And this part, the integration of this, it should be x to the power of half times 2. Right? For x from 1 to 9. So it's 2 over 3 times this minus 2 over 3 times 1 to the power of 3 over 2 plus 2 times 1 to the power of half. So this part is 2 over 3 times 27. Right. This part is 2 times 3, which is 6, minus 2 over 3 minus 2. Okay. So it is 52 over 3 plus 4. Alright, it's 64 over 3. Okay. Part D. It's integration from 0 to pi over 4. 1 plus cosine x minus tangent x square. Okay, so first, what function's derivative is 1? It's going to be x, right? And what function's derivative is cosine x? Because sine x's derivative is cosine x. Okay, so this part is sine x. And then, what about tangent x squared? Okay, it looks like there's no function's derivative is tangent x squared, but for tangent x squared, we can change it to, okay, so tangent x squared is what? Is sine x squared over cosine x squared. Right, sine x squared is just 1 minus cosine x squared. So this part is secant x squared. The second part is minus 1. Right, so we can change it to minus tangent x squared. Sorry, you can change minus tangent x squared to minus secant x squared plus 1. Right, then secant x squared, notice that tangent x's derivative is secant x squared. Okay, so you can minus tangent x and then plus x. Okay, from 0 to pi over 4. So it is, okay, so it's 2 pi over 4 plus sine pi over 4 minus tangent pi over 4, right? Minus 2 times 0 plus sine 0 minus tangent 0. Okay, this part are all zeros. This part is pi over 2. Sine pi over 4 is what? It's 1 over square root of 2, right? It's square root of 2 over 2 minus tangent pi over 4 is 1. Okay. And part E. Part E, it's the integration of this. So, for example, sine 2x, right? Notice that cosine 2x's derivative is negative 2 sine 2x, right? So in order to change this negative 2 to 1, you have to multiply negative half in front, right? Negative half cosine 2x, and minus the second part, sine 5x derivative is 5 sine cosine 5x, right? So you have to multiply 1 over 5 in front. Okay, from 0 to pi over 4. So it's negative half cosine half pi minus sine 5 pi over 4, right? Plus half cosine 0 plus 1 over 5 sine 0. So this part is 1, this part is, so negative half square root of 2 over 2, right? Minus 1 over 5. So this part is negative square root of 2 over 2 and plus half. Sorry, here is a typo, right? It should be pi over 2. So this part, it should be cosine pi over 2, it is 0, right? So the answer should be just half plus square root of 2 over 10.